Hello everyone. So my name is Mark Jefferson L. Lucatano. I'm from Best IT3B. So we will tackle about my part of this topic. So first is I will read first and later I will explain the importance of project communication management. Communication is the most critical threat to project success, especially in IT projects. Issues like unclear scope and unrealistic schedules. Project managers must prioritize good communication with top management and stakeholders. The IT field constantly changes, and technical jargon can complicate matters. The gap between users and developers increases as technology advances, causing communication problems. Most people can improve their communication skills. So first problem is communication. So most of us is busy, no? So lalo na sa mga project sponsor natin is hindi lahat ng project sponsors natin is free lagi. So mahirapan sa pag-communicate sa kanila dahil madami silang ginagawa sa buhay. And lalo na sa ating mga kasamahan, mahirap din minsan kasi meron din silang ibang ginagawa, lalo na sa kanilang sariling buhay. And di din natin sila pwedeng um, tatawagan anytime, lalo na disrespectful yun para sa kanila. At baka hindi pa natin matuloy ang ating pagpaplano sa ating project. So, the second one is issues like unclear scope and unrealistic schedules. So first is the scope, unrealistic scope, unclear scope. Yun yung mga komplikadong mga information na wala tayong mga patunay kung totoo ba yun or hindi. And yung purpose ng project is komplikado din, like di natin alam kung ano yung purpose ng project. So the unrealistic schedule. So recently na-encounter din namin itong ganito is ginawa namin 3 years is hindi naman siya ganong komplikado yung project namin. Pero ginawa namin 3 years para maging okay yung talagang takbo ng aming project. But okay nga yung takbo ng ano namin, ng project, pero sobrang laki ng expenses ng company na aming magagasto nun. So ginawa na lang namin is 1 year para maging realistic yung schedule. So next is lahat naman talaga tayo is matututunan natin yung magsasalita. And depende na lang sa tao kung ano niya yung kanyang pag-negotiate sa isang tao or sa business purpose niya, kung paano niya i-improve yung communication skills niya. So, next na tayo is the business sector is experiencing a surge in demand for IT professionals, emphasizing the significance of effective combination with business skills. Yung what I said is the business sector experiencing a surge demand for IT professionals. So, nag-emphasize sila ng mga magaling kumausap, mag-negotiate, ng mga hindi kasi pwedeng marunong lang tayong mag-develop. Dapat marunong din tayong mag-isama at humarap sa ibang tao. Paano natin mabibenta ang ating mga projects kung hindi naman tayo makipag-negotiate sa mga tao. So, let's proceed. Studies continue to show a high demand for IT professionals and the importance of good communication and business skills, according to 2014 article. So, organizations are seeking evolution with a suitable blend of technical, soft, and business skills. Ulit. Yung mga organization ngayon is naghahanap na talaga sila ng technical. When we say technical is yung sobrang lalim na ng kalaman patungkol dito sa mga project, and alam niya yung dapat niyang gawin, and di na siya baguhan. For me lang yung ganun. So, and yung business skills, kailangan marunong kang ipag-usap sa tao, marunong kang mag-negotiate. So, time management is a crucial skill that involves effective problem solving, teamwork, adaptability to new technologies, multitasking, verbal communication, understanding businesses, culture, and constructive criticism. So, if papasok talaga tayo sa IT world, kailangan natin ng time management, especially yan yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. And then, problem solving, siyempre, kailangan natin masolve yung mga problema sa ating mga project. And teamwork, dapat makipag-teamwork tayo lagi. Hindi tayo dapat mataas yung ego natin. Dapat makasama tayo. And then, dapat, next is, marunong tayong mag-adapt ng mga bagong technologies kasi everyday nag-update yung natin technologies. Next is multitasking. Siyempre, dapat marunong kang mag-multitask. Lalo na pag isang developer, hindi mong gumalaw na hindi lang pwedeng, dapat hindi lang dapat ikaw yung magawa. And na multitasking verbal communication. Yun nga. And need din natin yung mga matutunan yung business culture. Yung sabi ko, marunong ka dapat mag-negotiate, makipag-usap sa tao. So next is, some IT companies are hiring individuals with minimal technical skills as long as they demonstrate strong soft and business skills. So tinutukoy dito is, madami din namang kumukuha ng mga IT, lalo na yung mga fresh graduate ng mga IT. Hindi naman sila maselan sa pagkuha ng mga ganun, lalo na pag maalam yung isang tao and marunong makipag-usap and marunong makipag-negotiate and alam niya na kaya niyang gawin. So next na tayo guys. So the goal of project communication management is to ensure timely and appropriate generation, collection, dissemination, storage, and disposition of project information. Ito yung tatlong main purpose ng project communication management. So, first is planning communication management. Ito isa to sa mga dapat na convince about the information. Kailan dapat ito mabibigay, and anong information ba ang dapat lang doon mabigay, and hindi dapat masali para naman sa privacy ng ating stakeholders. So next is managing communication is involved managing communication. So the second one is managing communication. So ito yung parang center ng isang main purpose nitong communication management. So dito napapasok yung creating, distributing, storing, retrieving, disposing of project communication, project documents, management plans, etc. So dito napapasok yung mga mag-create na kayo ng project nyo, mag-distribute na kung saan ka na part, or then storing, yung mga database na kailangan nyo, retrieving, kung anong mga gamit na kailangan gagamitin nyo, and project documents, syempre. Hindi pwede mawala yung mga ganun. And then the third one is the controlling communication involves monitoring and controlling project communication to ensure that stakeholders' communication needs are met. So kailangan daw na makontrol yung communication between stakeholders and syempre sa side nyo, para walang problema kung matapos man yung project is minimal na lang yung magiging problema nyo. So next tayo, case to good communication. Project managers spend 90% of their time communicating, but effective communication is challenging due to the difficulties understanding people motivation. So hindi ko na siya tatapusin. Ito lang naman is all about is to project managers. So 90% daw ng kanilang time is communicating. So 10% nila is para sa sarili nila. Kasi kailangan talaga natin ng maayos na pag-usap na project manager para madali yung pag-process ng ating project. Kasi pag nakakuha kayo, yung nasabi ni Sir is, pag nakakuha kayo ng maselan na project manager, uulit kayo sa office. Kasi some of the project manager is bye-bye mag-isip. Buti nga kami is napalaran kami na mabait yung project manager namin at maintindihin. And balik tayo sa topic na sa project manager is kailangan talaga is yung mapipili yung project manager is marunong makisama, alam niya yung ginagawa niya, and especially maging marunong siyang umintindi, and hindi naman na lagi talaga kayo dapat mag-usap. Ang most important lang dyan is dapat updated siya sa lahat ng ginagawa niyo at alam niya ang mga ginagawa niyo. Yun lang yung main purpose niyo. So dapat talaga lahat kayo nakakausap siya at walang barrier dapat sa walang mga sekreto. Dapat alam niyo lahat para pagkatapos ng project is wala nang iba pang problemahin, kundi yung project na lang at mga minimal na mga bugs or dapat asikasuhin. So next is focusing on the group individual communication needs. Top managers often underestimate the complexity of project communication due to the fact that people are not interchangeable parts. To avoid setbacks, they should provide multiple methods of communication such as written words, visual videos, and meetings promote open dialogue. So dito ay tinutukoy ng mga ibang managers daw is minsan talaga makaka-encounter tayo ng mga manager na komplikado, lalo na pag super professional ng mga project manager. Hindi talaga maiwasan na ganun na need nila na gumawa ng mag-meet personally or mag-Google Meet as long as na mag-meeting para lang na makasigurado sila. And kailangan nila ng mga examples, kailangan mo sila lapagan ng mga kung anong kailangan mong ipakita para mapatunayan sa kanila na deserve need nila makipag-collab sa inyo. What I mean is maging interesado sila sa project niyo. So, kailangan yung bigyan sila ng example videos and example ng mga yung mga paggawa nyo, kung paano nyo ginawa. Dapat may ma-visualize sila na makikita nila na maging interesado sila sa kung ano man ang yung gustong ipaiwatig sa kanila. Kasi kapag ganyang klase mga project sponsor is mahirap talagang kunin, lalo na mga bigating ng mga project sponsor, malaki ang project kasi gagastos sila ng malaki and then complicated talaga sa kanila yan, lalo na pera ang pag-usapan. So, some of them is mag-research muna and magbibig na naman. So for me, that's also the other topic we tackled sa kasama kong member. So, that's all for my part. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Ulrich Jansilim and I will present to you the formal and informal methods for communicating. So communication is one of the most important part of project management, ensuring that vital information is shared among team members, project managers, and stakeholders. While formal methods like written reports have their place, they should be complemented with informal communication for a well-rounded approach. So let's talk about the importance of formal communication. Formal communication provides a clear record of progress, challenges, and solution. So, murag kani siyang mga written reports, emails, pareha itong gibuhat na ito. Itong nagpa-check ta kang sir, no? Sa PMP. The role of informal communication. So, many individuals, including extroverts, and non-technical professionals prefer this mode of communication. Informal discussions enable a two-way flow of information, fostering understanding and trust. So, in this section, diri nato makita mga informal messages, mga discussions, mga storya-storya lang, mga chat-chat, para ma-familiar po sila sa isa't isa. So, distributing important information in an effective and timely manner. So, effective communication of technical information is vital in project management. This report addresses the significance of including detailed technical data, documenting specification changes, and ensuring that stakeholders receive important updates promptly. So, anong kinahanglan man yung ma-provide na to ang effective and timely manner. It is because para ma-update po sila sa unsay pwede natong ma-change na ginabuhat o sa mga progress nga nabuhat po nato. Okay. What is the importance of technical information? So, project involves the development of products or services with critical performance features. It is essential to include comprehensive technical information that affects these features. So, failure to do so can lead to misunderstanding, delays, or costly errors. So, the example of this is in a software development project. The technical specification for a real-time data synchronization feature must be clearly documented, or any uncertainty in these specifications will result in a development team creating a system that does not meet the client's needs. Documenting technical specification changes. Changes in technical specifications that impact a project's deliverables must be well documented. This ensures that all stakeholders are aware of these modifications and can adapt their plans and expectations accordingly. So the example of this is a software development project. changes its database management system to enhance performance. So dapat, all team members must be informed of this alteration to prevent error since tanan man tanong lahi-lahi tagway sa pag-code. The challenge of reporting bad news. Individuals may be reluctant to report bad news or critical issues, often waiting until the last minute. This can affect project timelines and outcomes. So, ang example na nakita nako paraan niya is if a project manager discovers that a key subcontractor is facing financial issues, it is crucial to promptly communicate this challenge to allow time for alternative solutions. Setting the stage for effective communication of bad news in project management. Contextualizing bad news. When delivering bad news, it is essential to provide context to help stakeholders to understand the significance and implications of the situation. This context can clarify the impact on the project and the organization. So, ang example ani is in a software development project, if a software bug is discovered, the project management should explain how this issue affects the project's timeline, budget, and the end users. Providing this context helps the stakeholders grasp the situation's gravity, evaluating impact and considering alternatives. Project managers should thoroughly evaluate the impact of the problem. This evaluation should involve an assessment of the consequences, potential alternatives, and potential solution. It is vital to present these findings to project sponsor and manager. And making informed recommendation. So, project managers are expected to use their expertise and experience to make informed recommendation for addressing bad news. Stakeholders want to know that the project manager has considered the available options and is making a well-informed decisions.
Hello everyone, I am Dynodem Araga and I am assigned to report the determining of communication channels and planning communication management. Determining the number of communication channels. Another important aspect of communication is the number of people involved in a project. As the number increases, the complexity of the communication increases because there are more channels or pathways which people can communicate. You can use the following simple formula to determine the number of communication channels as number of people involved in a project increases. So, number of communication channels equals n, open parenthesis n minus 1, close parenthesis divided by 2, where n is the number of people involved. So, if mag-compute data sa communication channels sa isang project, if mas daghan ang tao na involved, mas daghan ang communication channels. Like, if duha lang sila, isa lang ilang communication channels. So, 2, so, pag-solve is 2, open parenthesis 2 minus 1, close parenthesis divided by 2. So, mas man ta, so, 1 na to, ang 2 minus 1, so, 1 times 2, 2, so, 2 divided by 2, 1. So, 1 na tong communication channels. So, if mas daghan ang tao, mas daghan ang communication channels, like 10. So 10, open parenthesis, 10 minus 1, close parenthesis, divided by 2. So 10 plus 9, ay 10 minus 1, 9. 9 times 10, 90. 90 divided by 2, 45. So ano na. So next slide. So sa next slide, makita ninyo ang example sa communication channel. So para ng 2 people, para kang ginawa niya, 1 communication channel, 3 people, 3 communication channels. Nahimo na siya, pagulutan ng 3 communication channels siya kay tungod sa formula na n, 1 is n, minus 1 plus 1 is divided by 2. Sa 4, 6 communication channels kay sa isa man ka people, pulo man yung istorya. So, kailangan naman sa mga array. So, planning communication management. A communication management plan is crucial for every project. During communication, it should be part of the overall project management plan. It can be part of a team contract for small projects or a separated document for large ones. Addressing the specific items. 1. Stakeholder communication requirements. 2. Information to be communicated, including format, content, and level of detail. 3. Who received the information and who will produce it. 4. Suggested methods or technologies for conveying the information. 5. Frequency of communication. 6. Escalation procedures for resolving issues. 7. Revision procedures for updating the communication management plan. 8. A glossary of common terminology. So, kaning communication management plan, yung nakabaguan ni kay nakabuhat naman tani sa itong mga PMP. So, kabala naman ko mga, dili na ito ginamutang atong mga monthly report status, mga monthly meetings, monthly reviews, kung nag-system mo monthly weekly ba, or di ninyo, if nag-monthly ba mo or weekly nga, sa issues ninyo sa inyong software, issues ninyo sa inyong nag-meeting mo sa inyo bang kamura ba sa inyong team or nga ba si project sponsor. So, next slide. So, mo ni ang sample sa isa ka communication management plan. So, mara to. Thank you.
Hi, good day. I'm Carlo Belvester from LIMS Group. The topics that are assigned to me are managing communications and reporting performance. So, managing communications is a large part of a project manager's group. To effectively manage communication, I created a flow. First is to identifying the stakeholders. Stakeholders includes team members, clients, and other relevant parties of your project or companies that are related to your companies. Second is establishing communication channels. Channels are the disseminating information such as email, meetings, presentations, and project management software, that followed by creating a communication plan. A communication plan is a plan that outlines the frequency, methods, and content of the communication throughout the proposal management process. The fourth one is to ensuring clarity and consistency. So this is important because providing clear and consistent information to all stakeholders to avoid misunderstandings to your stakeholders such as your team members and other stakeholders such as clients and your project sponsors. Followed by facilitating collaboration, promoting effective collaboration and information sharing among team members and stakeholders. Lastly, the managing feedbacks. By managing feedbacks from stakeholders, enabling us to continuous improvement of the proposal and enhancing its overall quality. So the best way to provide information to team members or stakeholders of your project is this reporting or open meeting of what I'm doing, talking to on cam, providing text on the screen of your laptop or cell phones, as well as images or videos I may be provided. So the next topic is using technology to enhance information creation and distributions. Using technology in distributing information is best when used effectively. So, samot na sa tuwa sa mga estudyante. So, karon nag-report ko gamit ako ang cellphone o laptop para mas mapasabot sa inyo ha. Unsa ka importante ang magamit og technology to enhance information creation and distribution para mas mapasabot nako ning report sa inyo ha. This is the effective way of using technology to enhance information creation and distribution. So there are three appropriate communication methods and media. The first one is interactive communication. So this is more on interactive interactions like meeting, phone calls, or video conferencing. Number two is push communications. This is a written communication such as emails, voicemails, like Messenger, also, and Facebook, etc. Last one is pull communication. The same as push communication, but the platform that is used to this area are via websites like FB, Messenger, e-learning, blogs, or wikis, etc. So selecting the appropriate communication method is important. If it is an important topic about your project, you must choose the interactive communication. In that way, the distribution of communication is effective and efficient. If it is only an update of your project or schedules of your meeting, etc., you can choose either push communications and pull communications. So, kung kailangan og importante nga update sa inyong project, mas gamit ang interactive communication kay na maka-istorya mo interactive sa personal, maka-istorya mo sa personal, kung ano mga goals, unsay mga kulang, unsay mga dapat pangbuhaton. But then kung sa about lang sa project sa schedules, pwede ra siya sa push communications and pull communication imong gamiton. So the table below shows the media of how suited to. These media include hard copy, phone calls, voice, mail, email, meetings, and websites. So ang 1 niya is excellent, 2 is equal to adequate, 3 is equal to inappropriate. Makita na to karon nga ang hard copy is inappropriate kay siya, while ang meeting is excellent. Building consensus, hard copy kay inappropriate, adequate, but makita jud nato ang kalahian sa meeting na excellent. So mas gwapo jud ang excellent. So next topic, reporting performance, another important tool for managing project communication. Performance reporting keeps stakeholders informed about how resources are being used to achieve project objectives. 2 terms reporting performance. Progress reports. Ang best example aning progress reports is Gantt chart, consists of how much days on the task, on how many days it is to complete such as task. It also shows the costings of the project and the progress of the project. You can also update the task anytime to ensure that all parties involved are aware of the project's current status, challenges, and future directions, thus allowing for timely adjustment and informed decision making. Second is status report, describe where the project stands at a specific point in time. Status reports address where the project stands in terms of the triple constraint, meeting scope, time, and cost goals. So the best example ani is ang WBS tabular type that consists of task assignee, na po siya duration sa task kung pila ka adlaw siya mahuman, or the cost pod niya, iyahang date pod kung kano siya nag-start or finish, o iyahang completion rate kung 50% pa ba, or 25% or 100% completed. So that's all for me. Thank you.
A pleasant evening to you, sir, as well as to my fellow classmates. So now, I am going to report about the controlling communications as well as the suggestions for improving the project communications. So first, let us discuss the objectives for controlling communication. So controlling communication has the objective to ensure the optimal informational flow. So this has the main inputs, or the 5 main inputs, which are the project management plan, the project communications, issue logs, work performance data, as well as the organizational process assets. So why control communication? So 2 main reasons is that to have a smooth project life cycle and efficient informational flow. So smooth project life cycle. So sa every project management plan is natay lahi-lahi nga SDLC, which example kanang mga waterfall SDLC, iteration SDLC, prototyping SDLC. So in our case na among gigamit sa among project management plan is the prototyping SDLC. So kaning prototyping SDLC has same dili siya same sa uban, but same siya nga na initiation until completion, but lahi siya nga phase. So kaning pag-control nato sa communication is makatabang ni siya sa atoa since mahimong effective ang atong pag-communicate sa atoang project team as well as the project sponsor para ma-coordinate ang atong mga activities as well as ma-resolve ang mga issues nga kitang tanan aware o makip po nato atong stakeholders or project sponsors nga informed sa atoang project kung kanang kung asa na ta nga phase sa pagbuhat, kung naa na ba ta sa review, naa na ba ta sa update. So if maabot na ta sa point nga mag-review is kanang kinahanglan nato kanang makikommunicate na po sa atoang project sponsor para ma-aware sila if okay na ma-aware ta kung okay na ba atong system. If kung dili pa mo proceed ta sa review with updates tapos kung makabalo na ta sa atong ipang review updates, mabalik na pud ta sa phase nga designing and prototyping and so on and so forth. So next is efficient informational flow. So kani is nag-highlight sa pag-control sa atong communication is because kanang timely accurate ang atong information kay siyempre kay naa magit ginabuhat nga kanang mga decision making nga kanang kani is kinahanglan nato ni buhaton. So kanang lain po kayo og kanang kamura tulo agree tapos ang isa nyo ka member is dili agree ana nga desisyon. So kana is mag-lead na siya nga kanang mag-lead na siya sa problema. So kinahanglan streamline ang ato ang communication towards ato ang project team para masabtan pud nila ngay ani ana. So ang atong decision is firm nga isa ra gyud nga kanang walay lahi nga desisyon. Kung kani ato i-decide isa ra na, so kana ang ato ang buhaton. So ma-ensure na to nga efficient ang ato ang paghatag sa mga information. So ma-avoid na to ang mga kanang mga bottlenecks o kanang mga delays. So next will be the suggestions for improving the project communication. So there are 5 main suggestions for this. That would be to develop better communication skills, run effective meetings, use email, instant messaging as well as texting, and utilize Kanban boards and collaborative tools, and lastly to employ templates for project communication. So first, we'll be tackling about to develop communication skills. So, first in here is listed the balance between technical and communication skills. So, kani is nag-highlight na siya sa importance pag-maintain sa ato ang balance between technical skills and communication skills. Kay mostly kita IT is that mas taas ang ato ang skills sa technical, like for example such as programming, system administration, and coding. So, kani is kung taas na diri nga part is dili sa balance sa ato ang communication skills. So, but in IT industry is both are valuable kay syempre naman tayo ka ng project manager, di ba? Like ato ara maghapon na siya nga field. So kung project manager ta kinahanglan maayo ta maging-communicate towards atong project team as well as the project sponsor. So next is the natural versus developed skills. So kaning natural skills is kaning makita lang nato ni siya as we grow up. Like for example, dili pa kay ta kabalo manulti but nasurroundan ta og kanang mga maayo mo manulti. Like kabalo ta makigstorya ing ana dili pa kita kabalo mag-istorya but ang ato ang mga kauban, example sa balay, sa school, sa mga anak, murag ma-influencean ta. So as we grow, natural lang ato ang nabuhat nga skills. So wala siya ingon nga kanang ato siyang gipaningkamutan nga maabot, but instead natural lang siya. So the other one is the developed skills. So kani like for example kung dili pa kayo ta kabalo manulti, dili pa kayo ta kabalo manulti or dili pa kayo ta kabalo makig-communicate is that pwede gihapon nato siya matun-an since taas pa man tag time, like murag dali raman murag dili siya ingon nga dali but it takes a process and it takes time para matun-an. So magsigil lang ta og practice, magki-communicate ta bisag kita lang alone or makig-try ta communicate sa strangers. So kana nga paagi ma-develop nato ni nga skill eventually. So next is that the career advancement and communication. So this point emphasizes that as an IT professional progress in their careers, or the role of communication skills becomes increasingly significant. So effective communication is crucial for advancing in their professions, or particularly for aiming roles with great responsibility such as project manager. So para sa akong giingon ganina, so kung if ang imong aim or imong goal is to be a project manager tapos naka sa IT industry is kinahanglan nimo maayo ka makig-communicate as well as howd po ka sa technical side since ikaw man ang assigned ana nga makikommunicate sa project sponsor, which is the project sponsor is mag-finance or mag-support sa inyo para mabuhat ng project. And syempre ikaw ang nagdala sa imong team, so ikaw makikommunicate sa imong mga members, ikaw mo assign sa ilang roles, ikaw maghatag silang mga task. So kung dili ka maayo ani is that most likely ma-fail ang imong pagka project manager. So kinahanglan nimo practice, kinahanglan og ma-develop yun ang atuang communication skills. So next is that the company investment in technical versus communication training. So kini is very crucial nowadays since most company is mas ginatagaan nila pansin ang training sa technical side since murag murag feeling nila mas importante man gyud ang, di ba, mas importante man gyud ang ang how ta mag hands on, how ta mag programming, how ta basta everything nga technical side. So mo ning mas ginatagaan siya og pansin sa mga company kay diri na maghapon tayo butang role. But kinahanglan po nato i-consider nga dili lang diri nagtuyok ang atong life. So wala ta kabalo nga in the future mahimo day hapon tag project manager or mahimo ta og kanang business owner. But so kinahanglan nato nga ma-learn gapon ang atong communication skills or ma-develop gapon atong communication skills inside the company. So dili kayo ta magpakanang sobrang kakampante kay wala ta kabalo sa panahon kung dira na makataman or napakay adtuan sunod. So most likely or eventually daghan mong tag chance nga mas mo jump pa ta or adto pa ta sa lain sunod kay nature sa mga tao nga kanang nature sa mga tao nga mo trying things out of curiosity. So that would be all for the developing communication skills. So now let us discuss the importance of communication skills. So first is that IT professionals' entry point is technical skills. So parang gingon ganina, mas ginatagaan og pansin sa mga company ang kaning technical skills. So if maayo ka sa technical skills tapos dili kayo ka maayo sa makig-communicate but nakita sa company nga dako kayo kag mahimong or dako kayo kag mahimong tabang sa ilahang company, dali ra jud ka ma-hire. Kay syempre maayo mo ka sa technical skills, dali lang ka makasolve mga problem. So next is that the career advancement hinges on communication. So to progress in their careers, IT professionals often find that communication skills are equally, or if not more, important than their technical skills. So the ability to communicate effectively with their team members or stakeholders and as well as clients become a key factor in their professional growth. So next is the vital for aspiring project managers. So para sa akong gina balik na punta nga dako jud og kanang gina-play nga role ang communication sa project manager since siya ang halos na-assign sa tanan. So, project manager play a pivotal role in IT projects. So, effective communication is a cornerstone for successful project management. So, next is that need for soft skills development. So, soft skills development, which include communication, interpersonal skills, teamwork, are essential in IT industry. So, dili lang man. So, as ato ang pagtuo karon, siguro sa akong experience is that mostly murag gina individual ta, but sa pagtungtong na kog third year, dira na ko nakita ang essence nga dako jud og importance ang kaning pag kaning teamwork kay dili jud mo makaya nga ikaw ra isa since na kay part nga kanang howd ka diri nga side and kinahanglan nimo tabang sa tao nga howd pud sa pikas side. So teamwork is the key. So next is next is the importance of effective meetings. So diri na ta sa pag-run og effective nga meetings. So, first is effective meetings foster team building. So, meetings can serve as opportunities for team members to collaborate, share ideas, and build stronger relationship among themselves. So, syempre, pag meeting ta, mag-ila-ila, magkita ninyo, and siguro makita na to sa atong mga teammates nga safe ni siya nga storyahan aning information. So, maka-share ta og ideas and mas maka-create ta og mas creative nga output in the future. So, next is to reinforce expectations, roles, relationships, and commitment. So, meetings can help remind participants of their roles and responsibility, maintain project expectations, as well as to reinforce their commitment to project goals. So, taga-meeting na to, kinahanglan na to nga mahimo tang productive. Like, dili lang ta mag-meeting kay tungod aning gamay nga butang, but himuon na to siya nga kanang murag mini milestone nga makatabang sa to nga ma-remind ang atong participant nga unsa iyang role. Like for example, system developer siya, ma-remind siya nga mao na iyang role. So mas kinahanglan niya nga mas induton or mas himuon niya or tarongon niya ang iyang role sa ato ang project. So next is that poorly run meetings can harm projects. So this is true. Like for example, kung ang meeting na to towards ato ang project sponsor is not really organized, like mawala ta sa focus o unproductive na meeting. So una-una sa ato ang project sponsor is that why are we settling with this team na daghan pa mas competitive sa ila kay paki-communicate lang gani sa ato as project sponsor dili sila kabalo mo organize unsa na lang ang ilahang project nga mas dako man ang responsibility. So dira magkahuna-huna ang mga project sponsor nga padulong yun ta sa kanang downfall kung sila ang ato ang kuhaon. So kinahanglan nato nga kung part man siya sa communication, so kinahanglan nato i-manage or i-organize na tong tarong para dili ta ma-lead sa kanang downfall sa together sa atong project sponsor. So next is negative impact, loss of stakeholder support. So para sa akong gingon ganina nga kanang what if mawalaan og salig ang stakeholder or ang project sponsor sa inyo kay tungod lagi dili mo kabalo mo-organize yung meeting since gamay lang ni siya nga responsibility, this is just a meeting. Tapos i-compare nila sa inyong sa project nga gipabuhat nila sa inyo which is way bigger than the meeting itself. So pag i-compare na nila dili gani nila makaya og organize ang meeting unsa na lang ang project nga ilang pagkabuhaton. So kana palandaan factor na siya nga kinahanglan gyud nato matarong ang ato ang pagig-communicate sa ato ang project sponsor. So next is common issue is wasting time in unnecessary or poorly planned meetings. So naman tayo kanang mga meeting nga kanang anatay yung mga issue nga ato ang ma-encounter in the future nga dili na kinahanglan og meeting, di ba? Like for example, kanang murag makaya lang og kanang phone calls mga ingana. So dili na nato masayang ang oras sa atong project team nga instead nga ilahang i-work, ilahang himuon working hours para mas mapaspas ang ato ang pag-progress sa ato ang project. Mahimo na noon siya og kanang burden sa ato ang project team kay nagbuhat-buhat ang meeting bisag dili kayo siya ingana ka necessary. So bisan pa og necessary kayo tapos poorly planned ang meeting, mahimo siyang unorganized, masayang gyud gyapon ang oras kay dili man siya makita as productive. How much more kung maka-appeal ang project sponsor ana nga meeting. So dako gyud siya impact sa ato. So next is we'll be discussing the guidelines for running effective meetings. So first, we have to determine if meeting can be avoided. So kung ang concern is dili siya meeting level, like makaya lang nato og tawag or tawagan lang nato or i-email lang nato ang project sponsor or system developer ba regarding ana nga issue. Kung makaya lang siya ingana or kanang dili siya ingon ana ka necessary nga magtawag tag daghan nga participants. So dira na lang gyud nato siya ipagi kay kung mag-set og meeting, so murag dungag lang siya gasto, dungag lang siya og pag-waste na time. So sayang kaayo. So next is to define the purpose and intended outcome sa meeting. So we have to be specific in our meeting about our meeting goals. So need na to i-clarify ang atong meeting's purpose sa atong tanan participants and need na to siya i-ensure nga every meeting has a clear purpose. So as kita murag kita magyud mag-set, di ba, as kanang project team og meeting. So, seldom lang siguro kayo if ang project sponsor mag-set og meeting. So, kinahanglan na to, mag-set ta og kanang mag-define ta daan sa tong purpose og intended outcome para inig mag-send ta og notice sa ilang or email, through email, makabalo sila kung unsay purpose ani nga meeting. So, makunaw na sila nga importante ni nga meeting nya maayo punig kanang unta maayo ni dayon after sa meeting. Mapangitaan dayon og solusyon after sa meeting. So, kana nga paagi kanang dili siya sayang sa oras sa inyong project team as well as sa project sponsor. So next is to decide on attendees. So ato ang una-unaon kung kinsa lang ang dapat maka-appeal sa meeting. Like for example, ang kaning meeting nato nga pagkahitabuon kay kanang dili walay labot ang kaning system developer pero ato siyang invite. So redundant na kaayo para sa iya kay nag-appeal siya sa meeting, ato siyang invite sa meeting, pero dili man di ay siya necessary nga maka-appeal. So murag sayang lang ang oras niya kung paapilo na to siya bisag wala man siya matabang or wala man siya thought nga ma-contribute sa meeting itself. So next is to provide an agenda in advance. So this connects dito sa pinakauna ay atong magkuan gyud ta kaning mag-determine ta or mag-define ta sa purpose ug sa intended outcome. So before ta mag-send og notice or email sa ilaha is that we have to provide an agenda. So para maka-prepare ang mga participants kung unsa ang ilang iingon. Like for example, pagbasa niya sa kaning agenda niya, makunaw na siya hala naman di ko concern regarding ani. So need na ko i-prepare akong sarili para mag-open up in the Q&A session sa meeting. So that will be all for the guidelines. Next will be ensuring effective meetings. So we have to prepare handouts and visual aids para kanang makasabay ang atuang mga participants. Like for example, maghatag tawag ka ng atuang gina-present sa screen. Like mahimot Shopee sa ilaha. So since nag-provide man tag handout bisag soft copy lang, ma-open na nila sa ilang device. So makita nila if ang meeting is kanang nata sa in person is nindot pud maghatag ng handouts para kung like for example dili sila kayo kaklaro sa screen sa atubangan, so na sila mabasa-basa gamit lang ang ilahang kamot. Ginagunitan nila. So ilang basa-basahon, so guided sila kung asa na dapit ang meeting. Dili sila mawala, dili sila ma-lost track sa meeting itself. So next is to run meeting professionally. So first we have to introduce ourselves. So as participants, we have to introduce ourselves since kita ang nagpadagan sa meeting. Introduce na to atong self. Mo na pinakauna na to buhaton. After that is to restate the meeting's purpose, agenda, as well as the kanang intended outcome na to sa meeting. So ato na siyang isa-isahon og storya para clear or kanang ma-program ang utok sa mga uban attendees na ingani diri data padulong. So next is to set some ground rules, facilitate discussion and time management, summarize key points, clarify discussions and action items, as well as to designate a minute taker. So next is to set meeting ground rules. So this is important kay syempre meeting ground rules kay mo man ang mahulog man gud nga mao ni ang mahimong behavior sa atong mga participants during meeting. Like for example, wala tay giingon nga ground rules nga okay ra dili maminaw. So unsa ka effective ang meeting kung walay maminaw sa imong di ba? Like magsige ra TikTok, magsige ra cellphone. So unsay pulo sa meeting kung wala man din naminaw sa imo, ikaw naalagi nakasabot pero ikaw ra pud isa nakasabot. So murag lain kayo sa part nimo as participant nga nagbutang-butang kang meeting but not that effective. So atong specify kung how the meeting should be conducted, either face to face or through online with other platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, or Microsoft Teams. So mga ingana nga pagi. So magbuhat og rules nga kinahanglan ang atuang attention as participants and attendees kinahanglan naka-focus sa meeting. Kay para inig mag Q&A man is that dili na initially kasabot na mo sa unsay pulo sa meeting. So inig naman kay pangutana, dili na kayo ingato ka complicated imong pangutana since nakasabot naman ka during meeting. So next is we have to build relationship towards kita fellow participants sa meeting. So we have to create a positive meeting environment, like dili lang ta kanang murag ang ato ang the way ta mo talk is that muratag nasuko o muratag kanang worried, muratag wala kasabot. So kung ingana man ang ato ang the way ta mo communicate sa ato ang mga attendees is that dili gyud siya effective kay murag magunahuna man nga murag dili man committed ang ato ang tawag gani ang ato ang participant sa meeting. So unsa pa may pulos ani, di ba? So may ana makauna-una ta kinahanglan jud nato og positive environment para ma-encourage ang mga participant as well as the attendees nga maminaw gyud og tarong. So pwede sa ta ma-consider og humor and refreshment and prizes. Like for example, after meeting mag-set ta nga kanang natin Q&A session. Like for example, mangutana ta kung unsa ang mga kinahanglan, tapos if man makatubag, if applicable lang ni sa meeting if man makatubag, so murag natay ihatag ka ng small price, for example 50 pesos GCash, like for ingana nga murag ma-prove po nato nga kanang naminaw gid sila. Same goes na sa kanang murag mag-oral recitation gud, like kung mag-oral recitation ng atong professor nga niya makatubag, so di ba naman tay reward. So kani ninaga-motivate ni sa tuwa nga maminaw gyud kay naka-program na sa tuang mind nga pag maminaw ta natay reward in the end. Maka-answer ta sa exam, maka-answer ta sa oral recitation, which is kanang makatabang sa tuang grade eventually. So next is that meetings can be opportunities to strengthen relationships. So why? This is to build relationships. So depending sa organizational culture. So na-discuss na ni before, lahi-lahi og culture ang mga organization. So ingana need na to na siya i-adapt. Kay syempre kita man ni propose, kita man ang project team, need na to kita ang adapt sa organizational culture. So sa mga ingana nga paagi, makasabot ta sa ilaha kung ganong ginabuhat ni nila, ganong ginabuhat na nila. So dali lang sa to ang comprehension nga why nabuhat na nila. So kita pod makasabay ta or ma-aware ta nga ganong ingani ang mga pamaagi. So kaning organizational culture is that important gyud siya para sa ato syempre kung new employee ta, kita man gyud kinahanglan mo adapt, dili man sila mo adapt sa tuwa, di ba? So muratag nahulog nga new employee since kita ang project team nga mubuhat sa system nila. So I think that would be all for my part, and ipasa na nako ang ground sa ako ang teammate. That would be all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kim Andre V. Marcos. Today, I would like to talk to you about a topic that has become increasingly important in our digital age: effectively utilizing communication tools in our professional and personal life. With the prevalence of electronic communication, it's easy to assume that our interactions have become more efficient. However, we will discover that's not always the case. So let's dive in. Most people use email and other electronic communication tools now. Communications should improve, right? Not necessary. In fact, few people have received any training or guidance when or how to use email, instant messaging, texting, or other collaboration tools such as Microsoft, SharePoint, and Google Docs, and so many more. So, these slides highlights that even though that we use electronic communication tools, it doesn't automatically lead to a better communication. Many of us haven't received proper training on how to use them effectively. So, one best example, ani, is those incident nga nahitabo sa Gaon de Panabo, in which ang Gaon de Panabo is nag-offer sila of free document printing for all the college students. So, by that, as times goes by, they observe that there are some students or there are some college students who have not yet know on how to use the email properly. So it leads to misunderstand of the owner of the Gaon de Panabo. So what happened is that those students have leave the subject part and the content of the email blank. So ang ilang gibuhat lang is email ang ilahang gi-send or email in which walay subject and also the content. Ang ilang gi-attach lang is the file itself. So as we observe na ato is maka-result in misunderstanding. So how much more if mga lower grade na ang nagkuhan, if even ang college student is doesn't know how to use the email properly. So another example ani is katong way back second year ta, di ba? As we experience nga gipabuhatan ni Sir Java o proposal in which ang type sa iyang pag-check sa proposal is online. So we thought nga on how to use the email properly, that we need to put some subject and content of our email so that nga mas madali niya og check ang atong proposal. So by that, it is very important to use the communication tools such as email properly so that mas mapabetter ang atong communication towards each other. So if ever man nga dili nato siya magamit, so it's like useless lang jud ang atong pag-communicate. So useless atong paggamit ato na tools. So the next slide talks about the different communication tools na pwede natong gamiton towards sa atong mga projects or the task na mas convenient ang atohang time. So the first one is the Microsoft SharePoint portal. Allows users to create custom websites to access documents and applications stored on the shared devices. So as kita man niya halos tanan is dili familiar ani na tools. So I give you example na mas masabtan ninyo and mas ma-relate ninyo sa ato ang strand. So atong example ani or ma-relate na to ani nga tools na have similar features is ang GitHub. My personal experience about this GitHub as a communication tool is that way back second year in time nga katong gipabuhat ni Sir Masangkay o website, I would like to credit Keanu Grant to in which siya ang nag-introduce aning communication tool sa amoa, in which mas napadali ang amuhang task sa pagbuhat ato na website. So what happened is that kaming upat is sabay mi naggamit or nag-modify sa among website. So duha ang sa front end and duha sa back end. It results as nga mas napadali na maubuhat ang among system in a short period of time. So ang mas nakanindot ani is kamong upat pwede mo sabay og modify sa code and also mas convenient ang inyong time in doing those tasks. So I highly recommend this sa mga upcoming nato nga mga tasks in which mga group activity or mga group task na need og magbuhat og website or other applications in regarding codes. So I highly recommend to learn on how to properly use the GitHub. So another example is that the Google Docs. So Google Docs allows users to create, share, and edit documents, spreadsheets, and presentation online. So one best example na ko ani is katong nagbuhat mi sa mga PMP in which Google Docs ang amoang gibuhat or gigamit na communication tool para mas dali na mo ma-prepare or ma-human ang amoang PMP, ang mga proposal. So one advantage ani is kamong upat pwede dyan mo magsabay og gamit in real time, and also dili mo mabalaka if ever nga na-burn out or unsa ba nga shortage sa inyong area, kay ang iyahang kuan is automatically save in real time. So mas ma-recommend ko na ko ni siya in doing group activities rather than using Microsoft Word, in which ang Microsoft Word lang is only one person who has the control to edit and to access the file. The next slides talks about on how to use the email effectively. So the first is be sure to send email to the right person. This means that you should only include recipients who needs to see the message. Avoid using reply all if it is not necessary, as it can clutter inboxes. For example, hapit na ang final exam. So if ever man na mag-send ka og mga take notes or mga reviewers to your classmates, so i-include lang nimo itong mga classmate nimo. So dili na nimo i-include itong mga dili nimo classmate or other people, kay maka-cause lang na siya or maka-cluster lang na siya sa ilahang inboxes. Next is use meaningful subject. A clear subject line helps recipients quickly understand the content of the email. So the best example is this katong na experience nato kasi Java. Di ba? As we have noticed na si Sir Java is na-provide siya og specific na subject nga atong ibutang sa atong email so that mas mapadali niya og check ang atoang proposal. So by that, we always put in our mind na dili lang isa ang moabot ng mga email sa atoang mga pasahanan. So we must put meaningful lines so that mas faster ang ilahang pag-check sa atong mga gipasend. So next one is to limit the content of the email on one main subject. Focusing on one topic per email ensures clarity and prevents information overload. So once na mag-send ta og email, we must make our content more concise and direct to the point so that the receiver can understand the content of our email faster. Next is be clear and concise in the body of the email. So using clear and brief language helps to ensure the message easily understood. So instead using a long paragraph, just say it in a very simple and brief language so that the message could easily understand. Next is reread your email and check the spelling. So for example, before sending the email to the recipient, we must double check for typos, especially in the important communication, because it can lead to a misunderstanding if there are some typo in the content of your email. Next is to limit the number and size of email attachment. So as we have noticed nga ang email have a limit sa storage nga pwede ra nato i-send sa atong recipients. So if ever man nga maka large ang atoang attachment, we can provide the link na lang para mas gamay ang yang storage nga i-send. Next is delete unnecessary emails. So regularly cleaning out our inboxes reduces clutter and helps you find out important messages faster. So as we have noticed nga sa atong personal email, di ba? There are some websites nga atong mga gipangatuan sa una in which nga monetize siya sa atong email. In that case, we must regular nga i-check atong personal email and to delete the unnecessary email so that katong mga important nato nga mga email is dali na lang nato siya makitaan. So one best example ani is kanang sa ato kung personal email ba na mga promotional emails or mga daan ng mga emails. So we must delete those emails so that the current and the important ones can easily to be found. So next is to ensure virus protections and cautions with attachment. So protect your computer and data by being cautious with email attachment, especially for unknown sources. So kini na part, dili na magpataka o click sa mga link na maabot sa atong email if it is unknown, because it can damage your computer and also it can cause dangerous acts. So for example, if you receive an unexpected attachment from unknown sender, so don't open it. So it could be a potential threat. So we must think before we click. Next is to respond promptly and indicate if no response is needed. So timely responses demonstrate professionalism and prevent unnecessary follow-ups. So best example ani is katugapon kay Sir Java, in which if ever man na ang inyong proposal is dili pa siya approved by Sir Java, so mag-reply siya na send another attachment in which na naka-revise na. And once na approve na ang inyong once approve na ang inyong proposal, mo na siya ginasend na dili na mag-indicate na no response na I needed, so that it's prevent the unnecessary follow-up. So the last one is to organize and file important emails. Filing emails in folders makes it more easier to locate them later. So example, create a folder like project updates, meetings, or reference materials to keep your inbox organized. So all in all, these examples or this topic illustrates on how following these guidelines can lead to a smoother and more effective communication, whether through collaborative tools or email. They ensure that information is clear, accessible, and secure. That would be all. Thank you.
Good day, I'm Justin MD1. I discuss about using templates for project communication. Many intelligent people have a hard time writing a performance report or preparing a 10 minutes technical presentation for a customer review. Some people in this situation are too embarrassed to ask for help. For example, cognitive strength, perfectionism, fear of appearing incompetent, difficulty in simplifying complex concept, and time management. Ang importante alang sa intelligent individual nga nakaila sa ilang mga strength and weakness are develop strategy. To make it easier to prepare project communication, project management need to provide examples and templates for project communication, such as project descriptions, project charter, monthly performance report, and issues log. Providing templates and examples for common project communication, project manager can make the project management process more efficient, consistent, and effective. This not only benefits the project team, but also enhance communication with stakeholders, reduce errors, and contributes to overall success of the project. Good documentation from past projects can be a simple source of examples. Samples and templates of both written and oral reports are particularly helpful for people who have never had to write project documentation or give project presentation. Finding, developing, and sharing relevant templates and sample documents are important tasks for many project managers. Ang statement emphasize nga good documents gi-include nila ang paggamit sa mga templates og simple nga dokumento. Ko sa usa ka project management, labi na makatabang sa project manager o katong naay mga experience sa pag-create sa project documentation. This is the several example of project documentation are provided: business case, project charter, scope statement, stakeholder analysis, WBS, Gantt chart, and cost estimate. The companion's website for the text includes the actual files used to create the templates for. These simple documents are few of templates are guidelines for preparing them and provide in this section. The project manager and project team member should prepare a lesson learned reports, a reflective statement that document important information they have learned from working on this project. The project manager often combines information from all lesson learned reports into project summary reports. See Chapter 3 for an example of this type of lesson learned reports. Some items discussed in lesson learned reports include reflection of whether project goals were met, whether the project was successful or not, the cause of variance on the project, the reasoning behind the corrective action chosen, the use different project management tools and techniques, and personal words for wisdom based on team members' experience. For example, this figure show example of using Basecamp of various devices. Project teams want to access project information on mobile device, so many tools include the capability. When the project teams develop in project communication management plan, it should determine what templates to use for key documentation. To make it more convenient to use templates, the organization should make project templates readily available online. The project team should also understand what types of documentation are expected by top management and customer for each project. For example, kung ang project sponsor or gusto nga customer na usa ka one-page monthly process nga report sa pag-uswag alang sa usa ka specific nga project, kung ang project team naghatag og 20-page nga report, adunay mga communication problem. Tapos kung ang particular nga mga customer or nag-una nga mga manager gusto nga specific nga mga butang i-appear sa final project reports, make sure ang project team dapat aware sila sa expectation or modifies and templates sa mga reports na gi-required. Then, mao to. And thank you.
So good afternoon everyone, I'm Keanu B. Grant from BSIT3B. So now I'm going to talk about using software to assist in project communications. So what are the importance of project communication? So first is it keeps everyone informed. So clear communication keeps everyone informed about projects na atubang na issues and changes and also our progress. So this prevents misunderstandings and delays, and also this will help us to empower stakeholders to make informed decisions ato ang project. So by this, kasinabot sa ato ang project na ginabuhat, and the tasks will be organized in our project team. So second, builds trust and relationships. So open and transparent communication can really help to build ato ang trust and relationship between sa ato ang members and stakeholders. So this can lead to a more collaborative and productive work environment. So this will give us a more efficient and consistent na workflow, because atay chemistry sa project team na to. We have a chemistry, we have a relationship, we have a camaraderie. So this will help us to become comfortable with one another and make our workflow much more efficient. So next is reduces risks. So inaagyan ni by identifying, makikita na to ang kanang ma-address na to ang mga potential problems early on. So yun pa lang, we can already see the problems or the issues that our project is currently facing. So effective project communication can help to reduce project risk. So tungod kay nakasinabot man ta, and we have been in a communication sa atong project team, so we can say or we can inform them the problems we are currently facing, and masolusyonan dayon siya. So next is improves decision making. So by sharing information and soliciting feedback from all stakeholders, project teams makabuhat og kanang mga informed na decisions, and kanang mas maplastar ba ang utok sa mga project team, and maka-decide din sila dayon say what's better for the project. So it is because of communicating sa stakeholders on what they want or what they do not want. So it is factor jud, common denominator jud ang kanang communication para ani tanan, so that we can have an efficient na workflow and mas mahimong much better ang atuang team. So here are some of the common challenges to effective project communication. So first is lack of clarity. So from the word clarity, when project nga kanang goals, expectations, and roles are not clearly defined, kanang wala na explain og tarong, wala na to na elaborate og tarong, kanang it can really lead to confusion and kanang misunderstanding among team members and stakeholders. So misinformation tungod kay wala ta na tarong og define, wala na tarong explain, dili organized ang ato ang project. So it means by that na kanang magkagubot ta, magkaguliyang ato ang ginabuhat. It's because we are not on the right track sa ato ang project. So next is inconsistent communication channels. So using too many different communication channels. So example ana is kanang ako nagagamit ko kanang Word, Microsoft Word. Yang akong isa kauban kay is using Microsoft Docs. So lahi mayo kanang ginagamit. So dili ma-merge, dili ma-collaborate ang amuang project. So meaning ana mahimong inconsistent among communication channels na ko'y gibag-o diri, and he also made changes sa iyang project dito. So dili jud siya magkadimao. So wala kay tungod, that is because wala nagamit og kanang project management software. So it can really kanang affect our and make our kanang tracking of information difficult because lahi tao kanang software na gigamit, lahi tao kanang communication na channels. So walay proper na mode of communication, so walay proper software. Okay, lahi ang ginagamit sa every kanang member sa project team. So that is hindrance na siya or kanang problem na siya. So next is lack of feedback. So when team members and stakeholders do not receive regular feedback on their work, so kita tanan no, so kanang ninangnan jud ta kanang update, iti update kay ma-frustrate mo jud ta nya kanang mahimo tag ma-disengage na sila. It's because we haven't had enough nga communication or we haven't have given enough na information sila ha. So that na kanang mahimong plastar ang trabahoon. So mahimong plastar ang atoang buhatonon. So if wala tay we have lack of kanang feedback, dili jud nato siya walay progress ang atong project. Wala dili ta mag-move sa atong project on a higher level. It's because we are not communicating. So that's the common denominator na walay communication between the project team and stakeholders. So next is information overload. So by the word itself, overload, so too much information. So it can overwhelm the members and hinder their focus. So natay ginabuhat dito, nakoy ginabuhat na rin, information diri, nakoy information dito. So too much information, it can lead to information overload, which is dili jud siya efficient. As humans as we are not computers. We cannot handle kanang too many informations in a single hour, in a single na kanang scenario sa tuang pagbuhat og trabaho. So we really need kanang information, di ba? Nga kanang straight to the point information para kanang makabalo din ta sa atong ginabuhat. So dili na kay information, uy na diri sa docs daw yung gibuhat, uy na sa Word ang file, pag-send ko sa Word na file. So dili makadima ang atong ginabuhat. So mahimo na tang inefficient sa atong pagbuhat sa project. So also 5 cultural differences. So factor po din siya no, cultural differences and also time zone differences. So when team members and stakeholders kanang come from different nga kanang culture, lahi sa culture, ikaw Pilipino kasi Amerikano siya. So kung ikaw Pilipino na Amerikano, kung tayo na siya sa gawas, nakadari. So kabalo na ta mga Amerikano kay lahi nang ilang time zone diha. If you're talking about the time zone differences, so sa tuwa dali kadlawon sila dito kay buntag. So miscommunication gyapon siya. So lahi gyapon siya. Himong different ang atong time zone. So ikaw nang lutang kay ka anak magtawa. So nya siya kay mata na kay siya. So isa na siya sa factor na kanang kuan. So lahi pud ang iyang culture, lahi ang iyang pag-view sa expectation niya. Lahi pud ang imong view expectation because you know something that he didn't know, and also he knows something that you didn't know. So you don't know. So that's a factor of kanang miscommunication because we have different na kanang expectations in our cultures and in our kanang workplace. So next is ineffective communication tools. So using outdated or kanang poorly designed good na kanang mga communication tools, so it can really make it difficult na ato ang mga buhatonon. So example na kanang outdated kayo ang kuan sa mga members. So naggamit pa siya Microsoft Word na 2009, si mo ako 2021 na. So imagine that I have kanang features sa kuha ang software na wala siya. It's because outdated 2009 pa good. 12 years ago na. So dugay na jud kayo siya. So kanang ingana ng mga factor ba kanang hash na features wala si features, meaning na nakoy mabuhat nga dili niya mabuhat. So inefficient jud kay siya sa katanan is because kailangan siya mag-keep up ug mag-catch up sa kuha. So next is lack of training. So many team members and stakeholders may not have the training or experience they need to communicate effectively in a project environment. So new sa softwares na ginagamit, so wala na anad ang ikaw wala ka na anad, ako wala ko na anad ani nga paggamit sa certain nga software na atong ginagamit. So it means na kanang mahimo putang inefficient jud, mahimo putang kanang having kanang miscommunication tungod kay ako kabalo ko, ikaw wala ka kabalo, so miscommunication na siya. So wala na to na train og tarong ang atong members, kay ngani ni siya pagdala, ngani ni siya pagdala. So muna siya, isa na siya sa factor, isa na siya sa hindrance sa kanang himong inefficient ang ato ang workflow, ang ato ang project, ang ato ang pag-execute sa ato ang project. So next is what are the roles of software in enhancing project communication? So project management software can play a significant role in enhancing project communication by providing a centralized platform for information sharing, collaboration, and real-time updates. So here are some specific ways in which software can improve communication. So number one is centralized repository for project information. So from the word centralized repository is kanang imong centralized ang atong ginabuhat. So project management software provide a centralized location. So muna siyang isa ka kanang tabang sa project management software. It's because mahimong isa lang ato ang trabahoon, isa lang ang nalang sa isa ka lugar ang ato ang buhatonon. So we can store and kanang ato ang ma-share ang all project related information such as documents na kanang mga task na to and kanang also kanang calendars, mga schedules. So this make it easy for team members and also at the same time the stakeholders to find the information they need. So kay isa ra butanganan ang tanan buhatonon, wala siya nagkatag-katag. So next is real-time updates and notifications. So project management software can provide ng real-time updates on project progress, issues, and changes. So when nakoy gibag-o, me myself, nakoy gibag-o sa among project, ma-inform ang katong isa na ko ka team member nga, uy, gibag-o din niya, so meaning aning mo na din ni. So that is an efficient way na to handle our kanang project. So by having an real-time update and kanang mahimo tang notified in everything that the project has been doing sa atong sa sulod sa atong project nga ginabuhat. So ma-increase ang atong productivity since centralized ang atong project. So 3 is task management and collaboration. So task management and collaboration meaning ani niya is kanang mahimong organize ang atong pag-manage sa mga tasks. So, for example, si project manager he will assign a task for the software programmer, for the project na kanang analyst, and also sa iyang sarili. So because of that, kanang we can have an efficient na kanang workflow and efficient na kanang and consistent na katuang sa atong project. So project management software can really help to manage tasks and assignment. So it can also kanang facilitate collaboration. So among team members, so kanang mahimo collaborate meaning we are doing things kanang simultaneously, or we are doing things and dungan tag trabaho sa isa ka buhaton. Example na docs, although we know na kanang ang docs is kanang pinitang masabay-sabay buhat. So that's the point of the word collaboration. Kanang we can kanang makadungan tong trabaho sa ato ang mga buhatonon. So ako nabuhat ko diri at the part, siya nabuhat diri na part, and without distractions. It's because it's the power of the project management software. So next is document management and version control. So the project management software can help to manage documents and kanang to ma-ensure niya that everyone is working on kanang the latest version. So when we say the latest version, is the latest version na kanang the most updated version na atong gina-work sa atong project. So this is also helpful kaning version control. If familiar mo sa GitHub can actually has a version control, meaning is kanang kani siya ang latest tapos naka-save pod ang katong dati nimo mga file nga gi-save pod. So meaning ana if our latest project has issues or kanang problems that we currently don't know, so meaning we can turn back to that version na kanang perfectly fine pa siya, so that ato ang matrack o ato ang matrace ang ato ang most importantly ato ang ma-fix dayon ang mga atong problem nga atong gi-face sa atong latest version. So efficient kasi no magamit din siya. So dili ta maglibog, dili ta kanang mawala sa atong project and mahimong paspas jud ang atong pagtrabaho. So 5 is reporting and analytics. So project management software kanang maka-provide siya og reports and analytics that can help to track our progress and identify areas for improvement. So if kanang anyone sa to diri nakatrabaho ta sa atong Microsoft project, so di ba makita nato dito ang kanang mga issues and kanang pupula ang kanang mga mali nga dates kay mag-question mark siya. So that is the power of a project management software. We can see reportings and analytics and also the issues inside our project. So that is very helpful. Aron dili nato ma-overlook ang katong mga dapat nato na kanang atubangon na mga project. So ma-help nato ni nga ma-determine ang problems and kanang ma-track ang atong gina-work na project. So nakita nato mali dito diri. So meaning kung mali ta diri, mali ko ta dito sa ubos. So ingana ka efficient jud basta na gamit ang project management software. So by using project management software effectively, so teams can really improve communication, so collaboration, and also ang atong productivity. That's the important part there, productivity, because that will lead to more successful na kanang projects. So what are the benefits of using software project for communication? So first is streamlined communication processes and centralized information hub. So as what I've said ganina, so centralized ang atong mga buhatonon. Dili na ta maglibog, matrack na nato sila dayon, makita nato sila dayon. Because centralized, isa lang atong ginagamit na kanang na project management software. So second is improved collaboration and teamwork among project stakeholders. So sa akong giingon ganina, what I've said na makakulab ta, makadungan ta og trabaho sa isa nato ka project. So third, next is enhanced project visibility and transparency. So we can see the project's progress, tasks, deadlines, and also atong schedules and issues. So matrace and sila dayon, meaning mas mahimong efficient ta sa atong mga pangbuhatonon. And also we have facilitated real-time updates and notifications. So project management softwares na mag-inform sa tuwa and mag-notify sa tuwa if nabay deadlines na maabot, nabay kanang na-complete na task ang mga project manager, nabay na-complete na task ang mga software programmer. So we can be updated sa everything that is happening sa tuwang project. It's because we are using a project management software. So reduce miscommunications and errors. It's because we are now using a project management software, it reduces miscommunications by providing a central source of information. So what I've said, the important thing in a project management software is that centralized na ang tanan. So na dito tanan. So dili na ta malibog na ay nalibagugon rin, nalibagugon dito. It's because makita na to siya dayon because we are notified and the miscommunications will be reduced and also the errors. So lastly, increased productivity and efficiency. So by streamlining communication, improving collaboration, and enhancing visibility. So project management software, makatabang siya sa tuwa, makahelp siya sa tuwa na ang mga teams kay to work more efficiently and productively. So this can lead to a shorter project timeline. So mas mapagamay ang atong trabaho, mas mapagamay ang atong gasto, and also the important part is improve overall project outcomes. So our project will improve in many ways. In many ways, dagan jud na way na ma-improve jud ang atong project pinagi ani. So here's an i-prove na kanang example. Example niya is Microsoft. Microsoft, a leading technology company, used Microsoft project to manage its complex software development projects. By using Microsoft project, Microsoft was able to, so sila nagbuhat ani. So paggamit nila ani, ang ilang plan and schedule project task is ilahan nang na-utilize, so na-track nilang resource allocation and utilization, identify and resolve risk, deliver software products on time and within budget. So muna lang nabuhat tungkol sa paggamit nila sa Microsoft Project, and as a result of using Microsoft Project, Microsoft was able to improve project execution, reduce costs, and bring new products to market faster. So everything na ilang ginabuhat, mas nipaspas, mas nadali nila execute ang mga butang, mas nigamay pa dyan ilang gasto, and also they brought new products to the market faster. So second is the company Adobe. So Adobe, a leading software company, used Workfront project management software. So dili Microsoft project nagamit, Workfront project management software to manage its creative projects. So by using Workfront, Adobe was able to streamline creative workflows, so improve collaboration among designers, developers, and marketers. And also, they have managed to multiple projects simultaneously. So they also delivered high-quality creative assets on time and within budget. So as a result of using Workfront, Adobe was able to improve creativity, efficiency, and productivity. So that's the important part of using a project management software. Adobe and Microsoft was able to improve their creativity, efficiency, and productivity. So same sa nasa tuwa, if we will utilize that as a project team, as a team that is using a project management software, ma-improve yung ato ang creativity, efficiency, and productivity. And mas mahimo jud ang consistent sa atong mga kinabuhat every single day and inside our project. So we're now moving on in the conclusion. So project management software has become an essential tool for organizations in all industries, including the tech industry. By using project management software, organizations can streamline communication, improve collaboration, and enhance project outcomes. So this can lead to increased productivity, reduced costs, and improve customer satisfaction. So by the word itself, customer satisfaction, ma-satisfy ato ang customers, ma-satisfy ato ang project sponsors and stakeholders na to. It's because we are using a project management software that is helping us to become more efficient sa atong ginabuhat. So that is the use of a project management software. Thank you for listening and bye.